Yo, what's going on guys? Mush back at it with another edition of Top 5 PC Hardware Deals for July 7th. As always, some pretty good deals available, namely on CPUs. We got a really nice case in here, a great deal on a power supply. So let me start off by first talking about the CPUs that are on sale, which there are quite a few of them. The Ryzen 5 1600 6-core 3.2 GHz processor is available right now on Newegg for $215, and there's a promo code that's gonna knock off another 15 bucks, so 200 bucks for the Ryzen 5 1600. This is a really solid CPU. It's got 6 cores and 6 threads, so if you want to do things like live streaming and video editing, this is a really solid CPU that won't break the bank too badly. It's actually cheaper than a lot of i5s, so this is a really solid deal, and now being available for just $200, that's a really good deal. Like I said, the promo code will be available down below in the description box. Another solid deal on a Ryzen CPU comes over from eBay. The Ryzen 7 1800X 8-core 3.6 GHz CPU is available for $395. This is a pretty good deal. Obviously, this is a higher end CPU. It's 8 cores and 16 threads. Typically, I've been seeing this CPU around for like $420. So $395, not the deepest discount in the world, but still a solid price for a very capable CPU. This is a high-end CPU, so if you pick up this CPU, make sure you're not going to be doing just gaming. This is a CPU built for video editing, live streaming, and doing that at really high levels. Moving on to number 4, once again, a deal for a CPU, but on the Intel side, the Intel i7 7700K is available for $295. This is a quad-core 4.2 GHz processor. Once again, a pretty high-end CPU. If you're picking this CPU up, I would recommend to be doing more than just gaming. For some of the higher-end games, i7s are beginning to be recommended, but you can still easily get away with an overclocked i5 if you're looking to just game. However, for those of you that also want to video edit, live stream, things like that, the i7 7700K is the way to go. Pair this with a decent CPU cooler, and you can overclock it a little bit and it'll just give you insane performance. It's already clocked at 4.2 GHz, but take it a little bit higher and it will be a beast of a CPU. Anything under $300 for an i7 7700K is a pretty good deal, so I thought I'd mention this on this list. Moving on to number 3, the NZXT S340 matte black and blue steel ATX mid-tower case is available for $70 on Newegg, but the real deal comes in when you take into factor the mail-in rebate. It's a $20 mail-in rebate, knocking the price of this case down to 50 bucks, which that's a really good deal for a very nice case from NZXT. The NZXT S340 is considered one of the best mid-tower cases for the price. It's not too expensive and you get a lot out of the case. Aesthetically, it looks great. Feature-wise, it's really packed, and I really like the matte finish, so definitely check this case out if you're in the market for a really nice mid-tower case. If you're not going to use the mail-in rebate, it's still a pretty decent pickup. Nothing too crazy, but after the mail-in rebate, $20 is pretty significant for a case, and $50 for an S340 is just a terrific deal. Moving on to number 2, Amazon has got an EVGA 450 watt 80 plus bronze certified power supply. The great thing about this power supply is no mail-in rebate. It just comes in at $25, which is a great price for a 450 watt power supply. You could typically get these kinds of power supplies for $25, but usually it's like $40 or $45, and then you got a $20 mail-in rebate. Here you just get it for $25 flat, and I think that's gonna be up a lot of your guys' alley since you guys don't want to deal with mail-in rebates a lot of times. And $25 for a 450 watt power supply from EVGA. It's 80 plus bronze certified, 3-year warranty, just a very solid deal. And even with 450 watts, you can power some decent video cards. I'd say pair this with like a 1050 Ti and you've got a very nice gaming solution. So yeah, $25, no mail-in rebate, just a great deal on that. So before I get into number 1, originally it was supposed to be a great deal on a graphics card and a motherboard. Newegg had a great deal on an RX 580 and a Z270 motherboard. It was a combo deal, so you had to get them both. As I'm recording this video talking about it, it obviously goes out of stock. This is the world we live in, guys, right now. If you want a good deal on a graphics card, you really have to be a hawk about it. You have to get it right when it's posted. There's been other GPUs that have been posted throughout the week. Unfortunately, they just go out of stock so quickly. So yeah, I missed out on that by just a little bit. Unfortunate, but I still have a good number 1 deal for you guys. It's an SSD. The SanDisk Ultra 2 1TB SSD is available for $270, and this is a pretty good deal on a 1TB SSD. Typically, the list price of this is $320. I've seen it for like $280, $290, but $270 is the cheapest I've seen this SSD for, so a good deal for a 1TB SSD. At this point, if you pick up an SSD like this, you're probably foregoing a mechanical hard drive altogether, and you're just using your SSD as your main storage drive. Since it is a terabyte, that is pretty great. The 240GB model is available for $85 if you're interested in that. 480GB is $140, and a 500GB model is available for $170, but a 1TB SSD, not too bad. Don't worry if you don't pick pick this up now, by the way, because SSD prices are going lower and lower, so chances are, come around the fall, Black Friday time, you can probably get this SSD for a bit cheaper. But if you're eager to pick up a decent SSD for your rig, this is definitely not a bad deal. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Sorry that I missed out on that great combo deal on Newegg. Just everybody buying graphics cards up when they can. It's unfortunate, but hopefully this craze will die down soon. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, leave it in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.